Chelsea Football Club, I was wrong. Chelsea Football Club, everybody associated with you told me we are not in a title race. And you know what? I said, as long as we're in this position, we're in a title race. I believe in the boys. We can go on good runs. We won 5 games in a row. We're in a top 4 race. I don't care if we win the next 9. I am not saying we're in a title race unless it slaps me in my face and we go top of the league. We are not in a title race, and I've got the numbers to prove it, and I also have a big slap to give myself, because the reality is I should be ashamed of myself. Furthermore, we've got news on Kolo Muani, and there is conflicting news. A reputable source from France is saying Chelsea are in concrete talks. Fabrizio Romano is saying he isn't aware of it, but he trusts the source. Let this make sense. And finally, Anselmino is here. I'm praying it means the end of the sassy. However, people are having a meltdown. Why is Anselmino coming back? We need an experienced centre-half. I'm going to explain to you what's going on. Calma, calm down. But before we get started, please hit the like button. 1,000 likes is the last time you can do this in 2024. It really helps out. Secondly, subscribe to the channel. It's the best way you can support the channel. It's even better than leaving a super chat. So if you can do it right now, I greatly appreciate it. And one more thing. Yesterday, someone reached out to me, and you know what? I love it, because we're a community. And they said, look, I really appreciate your channel. I watch your channel on a regular basis. But can you do me a favor? Can you please not swear? I watch with my 2 kids, and I don't want them to listen to that kind of content. And a lot of YouTubers swear when they talk about football. You're one of the ones that doesn't. And you know what? Hands up, my bad. I apologize, because at the end of the day, I need to remember all ages watch my channel. This is an inclusive area where we all come here to congregate together to talk about football and give our opinion. I am eloquent enough, and more importantly, I can express my point in a good manner where I don't need to use expletives to get to the point. So my bad, it won't happen. Genuinely, I'll refrain from using swear words in my post-match reactions. And thank you very much for reaching out. It really actually meant a lot that somebody can reach out and give me constructive criticism. Let's move on with the story. Peeps, I'm a muppet. I'm an absolute muppet, because you know, I got sucked in. I'll be honest, I really did. This team went on a 5-game winning run, and I thought, yo, we're way better than we are. I thought we're gonna crack 80 points comfortably this year, and I ran away from my initial objectives. I was telling everyone consistently 70 to 75 points, 2 cups. All of a sudden, I raised my expectations to 80 points. And I set myself up to be disappointed. And I am disappointed in myself, because the numbers here say it all. Pochettino's first 19 games, he got 25 points. Maresca's first 19 games, we got 35 points. That means we are 10 points ahead of what we were under Pochettino. We've scored 7 more goals, and we've conceded 6 less. That is a great start to the season. We've got 3 extra wins in that period. You can't ask for more, right? Progress is clearly made. However, I like to look at Pochettino's last 19 games. And the reason I like to look at it is because the first 19, we were abysmal. I don't think we can explain how bad we were. We were 11th, 12th. Life wasn't Gucci. Now, all of a sudden, our second run, we were a top 4 side. And now, if you look at those numbers, they're more comparable. We had 3 extra points under Pochettino. We had 1 extra win. We conceded 8 less this time, so our defensive record has got significantly better. However, we have scored 8 less goals. So, if anything, we're scoring less goals, but we're conceding less. In the long term, I think it'll be more sustainable under Enzo Maresca, purely based on the fact I believe tighter defenses win you more games than more potent attacks. We need to sort our defense out. Even in this form right now, I don't like the way we're defending. It really irritates me. I know we're conceding, and we've got the 5th or 6th best defense in the league. We need to be better. What I will say is, we are in a top 4 battle. We need to start focusing on Manchester City. We need to start focusing on Newcastle. We need to start focusing on Forest. You will not catch me talking about Arsenal. You will not catch me talking about Liverpool. I don't care about them, man. I really don't. My main objective is top 4, not top 5. People are going to say 5th can get us Champions League, Alex. You know them ones. 5th can get us Champions League. Don't forget about that. I don't want that. Don't go there. Don't do it. Because the reality is, I don't want to go into a Champions League final depending on English teams doing us favours and us having to win the Conference League and everyone else having to win the Europa League from an English standpoint. No. Do your job. Get 70 points, 75 points. We are on track at the moment for 70 points. My goals are simple. We need to get 13 wins from the next 19 games, and that will be an incredible season. Genuinely, that will be a great season. It will be progress. It will be 75 plus points. It will mean we have got to the point where we have got some form of consistency. and we take that into next year, and then we can compete for the title. But otherwise, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Do it now, don't forget. The drama regarding Kolo Muani is absolutely interesting. So for those of you that don't know, Kolo Muani played for Frankfurt. He scored a lot of goals, right? He scored considerably huge goals in abundance, right? Frankfurt loved it, and he absolutely smashed it in that league. However, one thing I've learned, and a friend of mine said this, he's French. He's like, Alex, players that do well in Germany that are French don't tend to travel well. And I was like, what do you mean? And he said, Kolo Muani, Christopher Nkunku, and he named a lot of players. He said the only French player is Aubameyang. He was born in France, scored a lot of goals in Germany, and he went to England and scored. And honestly, if you look at it, we were sitting there and talking about it. We couldn't think of any French players born in France that played in Germany, scored goals, went to another league and banged. There aren't many. Genuinely, we struggled. In the comments below, let me know if you find one. What's going on? He went to PSG. Kolo Muani, it didn't bang. It didn't work. Nothing worked. Now they're trying to get rid of him. Santi from France is a journalist, right? I think he works for RMC, and this is the same organization that Fabrice Hawkins works for, and both of them are super reliable. When it comes to French players, these men know everything. Genuinely, they are like the encyclopedia of knowing what is going on behind closed doors. And what have they said? They said Chelsea are enamored with the idea of getting Kolo Muani. They love how versatile he is, and they love the idea that he's available, meaning there's an opportunity to do a deal in January. They also believe, and this is the fun part, that there will be concrete talks early January. Chelsea's camp and Kolo Muani. And the reality is, this is where it gets good. Chelsea will take him on a loan and have an option to buy in the summer. That's what PSG want. Everyone started panicking around. Everybody on Twitter, everybody that's my friend, messaged me, Alex, what's going on here? Gaffer, what's going on here? Mate, what's going on here? Kavkas, what's going on here? I'm like, calm down. Please, calm down. Then Fabrizio came out. And Fabrizio, Fabrizio has become very interesting over the years, because before, Fabrizio used to come out with chest. Not true. This is true. Not true. This is true. He came out very coy. He said, I respect the source, very credible source, but I've not heard anything of the magnitude. Meaning, this is true. And the reason I'm going to say this is true is because Fab didn't say this is not true. Fab religiously likes to dunk on people. He loves to flex. He loves to show, I'm the big fish in this pond. The only man bigger than me is David Ornstein. He loves to do it. On this occasion, he didn't. He said, based on the information I have, no concrete talks have started. This is not something Chelsea are considering. However, I respect the source. This tells me this is Kolo Muani's team pushing this. And I'm going to explain to you why. What do we know when a transfer happens? 3 things need to happen. The buying club, the selling club, and the players' camp need to agree on something. One of those camps could be releasing information to force the other camp to react. PSG want to sell. In the last 3 weeks, we have seen Manchester United, Arsenal, and Chelsea all have rumours of Kolo Muani going there. Now, all of a sudden, we're getting French journalists saying, oh, Kolo Muani's interested. Kolo Muani's this, Kolo Muani's that. Chelsea want him, Arsenal want him. And then Fabrizio Romano, the guy that, in my opinion, is basically on Chelsea's payroll. Like, you can't convince me otherwise, because he literally says exactly what the club wants him to say. We've seen evidence of this on numerous occasions, allegedly. However, he's come out with, he believes the source, but it's not what he's being told. Guys, there is legs to this story. Brace yourself, buckle up. I think it's going to be a long January. The final story is regarding a centre-back returning to Chelsea and to Cobham called Anselmino. For those of you that don't know, Anselmino is a 19-year-old Argentinian under-21 defender. He is somebody that has played for Boca Juniors in the last, I think, 3 years. He's basically come through their academy. Chelsea acquired his services and kept him on loan there. Now what's happened? The guy's coming back to Chelsea and he should be joining at Cobham in I think it's next week, early January. And this has caused a lot of controversy. People are like, what's going on here? What's going on here? Fabrizio said he's going to return. There is no immediate decision made on any loan. However, we have got conflicting reports in Argentina. Argentinian news outlets are saying he's coming back only to go to Strasbourg. So there is a little hiccup here. Strasbourg already have 3 Chelsea players on loan. Petrovic, Santos, Caleb Wiley, right? Caleb Wiley was meant to be their acquisition, but because of the financials, Chelsea had to buy him and loan him. So now Caleb Wiley's hurt until early, I think March or late February. So this is a little bit of a predicament. Chelsea might recall him and then sell Anselmino there. But this is where it gets very interesting. Anselmino can help Chelsea now. Whether you like it or not, he is better than Disasi, and I have no doubt, because I've seen enough clips where this guy's comfortable in possession, he's mobile, he's athletic, and what we've also seen is, he is a modern day centre-half. Disasi is a box defender. The guy wants to play in a deep block, he wants to play for a Jose Mourinho side, where he does not have to do anything offensively, he's a defender, you know, the old school defender. Disasi wants to leave. And for me, and I say this with the bottom of my heart, he leaves with all my goodwill because he's doing us a favour. I need him to go. I don't like watching this player play. And for those of you that haven't seen my review on the Ipswich game, it will be tagged at the end of the video. I'll also put it in the comments below so you guys can go check it out. But honestly, Disasi blew my mind with how pathetic his performance was yesterday. But this Anselmino, a lot of people are panicking. So this is what will happen in my opinion. I think he's injured. He still has a hamstring issue. Chelsea are most probably going to look after him and with their classic amazing medical facilities. We know that we are one of the best for this, and we have a lot of players going through hamstring issues. Chelsea will want to get him acclimatized. Secondly, I think Chelsea will want to keep him to get him acclimatized to the country. Argentina to England is a different experience. Food, culture, language, everything. It's completely different. So I wouldn't be surprised if the training, the adjustment period would be better if he spent 6 months with Chelsea now. Genuinely, just keep him in the squad, give him some EPL 2 minutes here and there, make sure that he's training with the first team, and then integrate him towards the back end of the season into the team, Club World Cup vibes, pre-season, and you learn what you're going to do with him. Do not do what you've done with Cesar Casadei, what you've done with Carney Chukwuemeka or David Washington. Do not exile them. Make sure he's part of the team. Get rid of Disasi. Disasi's no good for us. I've said this before, I'm saying this again. He's also going away with Argentina potentially at the end of January, early February for a tournament. It's the same one that Santos went on last year. I don't think Chelsea should let him go, personally, but I think it'll be good to keep him around. Let me know in the comments below whether you're excited about the acquisition of Anselmino and if you think he'll break into the team. But this was the Kavkas View. Like I said, I was wrong, but I was definitely correct in my match review. Go check it out. Let me know your thoughts.